I'm in a budget hotel. Now, I've stayed in budget hotels before, and there's one usually I don't very often use because I'm not a huge fan. That's me personal. This is a Travelodge, but this time I'm actually in a Travelodge SuperRoom. So where you've got your Premier Inn and you've got your Premier Inn Premier Plus rooms, this is their equivalent. So is it worth it? Let's have a little look. Hi, it's Craig. Welcome back to Craig's Life. I am in the Travelodge at Vauxhall in London, so I'm not far from Vauxhall station, from MI6. It's just sort of behind me over there, featured in the James Bond films, of course, and I'm not also far from Victoria. And in the other direction, you've got the Oval, which is the cricket ground. I have been here one night. I was supposed to be here for 3, and it would have cost me £456 for the 3 nights. It turns out my work was cancelled, and I've actually cancelled the last 2 nights. So for last night, it should have actually only been £86. Hopefully they're going to give me the refund okay. But this is, as I've already said, a Travelodge SuperRoom, and there are some things in this room that you don't get in normal rooms. So let's have a little look and see what you think. This is the view we see as soon as we walk in, and it has been quite nicely refurbished. This is one of their super rooms. The first thing you will notice, it is actually only quite a small room. Bear in mind you are central London, so it's a case of spaces at a premium, so the more rooms you can actually get in to the smaller space, the better, and is better for the hotel. So this is what a super room actually looks like. First of all, if we have a look at the bed, it's not perfect. I have actually slept on it. It's just a standard size bed. What I did notice is the pillows on this side were slightly different to the pillows on that side. They were softer and fluffier. Those were a little bit firmer. So that one there, I actually swapped it from that side. So you do get different pillows, which you don't get in a normal Travelodge. You do get plug sockets on both sides of the bed, both of them with USB, which is good to see. There is an air conditioning unit here. Not a huge fan, but it is being warm, and the windows don't open, so I've had to use it. You get a larger screen TV. Normally in the smaller rooms, the standard rooms, you just get like a 23-inch TV. This is a 32. Hairdryer. I can't remember if you get a hairdryer in the normal rooms. I think you do. An iron and an ironing board is something that you certainly don't get. It's only a very small ironing board, though, but it'll do the job. You also get a Lavazza coffee machine here, which you don't get in the standard rooms. You've just got a regular one here, and these little blue pods, these are the decaf. Okay, so you can see I've already had one this morning. Little desk area. That's where my laptop is. So there's the view. Not much of a view. There's the railway line just there that takes you into Vauxhall station, and there's a food eating place, sort of like a street market with lots of different street market food venues down there. They do actually boast that these chairs are particularly comfortable, although I haven't actually sat on it. If I pull the desk chair out, we'll notice there's some rather dubious staining on that. I didn't actually realise until I'd got up that I'd actually been sitting on that, so that's a little bit of a shame. But let's just turn around and just get an idea of the size of the room. Not too terrible. It wasn't a bad night's sleep. The bed wasn't as comfortable as it is in the Premier Inn, but it wasn't too terrible. I did sleep reasonably well. This is the bathroom, fairly standard, so it's all it looks like it's a one-piece cubicle. So you've got a shower, although the pressure wasn't particularly good, and it is a curtain rather than a screen, and a standard sink and toilet, and you've got hand wash and shower gel there as well. Thing is with these is if you want a bath, well, I'm sure they may have options, but if they're keeping the room small, there may not be that option. So that's the room. Pretty basic, pretty standard, pretty straightforward. One of the things personally with travel lodges, and I have reviewed a travel lodge before, I can link it at the end of this video. That was one at Leeds Bradford Airport. It was a basic room. I've stayed in others before. Some have been quite nice, some have been quite miserable. This one actually is not too bad. As far as the super rooms, you do get an iron and an ironing board, you do get a better coffee machine, and There are a few other little bits and pieces that they're saying about on their website. You've got a comfy chair here, quote, comfy, whereas other other travel lodges I've stayed in, it's just a plastic chair here. The burning question is it worth it? Well, for me, and this is my personal opinion, Travelodge has always been the bottom of the pile. I've always preferred, if possible, a Premier Inn. There just wasn't one in this particular area for me. With a Premier Inn and a Premier Plus room, you get a noticeable difference. The room looks different, it feels different. You get the free high-speed Wi-Fi in the Premier Inn, you get a mini fridge, you get a little Nespresso coffee maker, and it feels like you do getting something a little bit extra. In here, the only main things I can see that are different is I've got a choice of 2 different types of pillows, which was quite nice, has to be said. You've got a coffee machine and you've got an ironing board and an iron. And instead of a plastic chair, I've got this one, which they say is comfy, is you couldn't sit in it for a long time. So for me, Travelodge is still bottom of the pile. This was the only option that was open to me. They didn't have an option of a standard room, otherwise I would have gone for it. Is this worth the difference? I'm going to say no, because as far as I'm concerned, and again, as I keep saying, this is my personal opinion, Travelodges are not as good as Premier Inn. If there's no other alternative, then yes, I will stay here. Given the chance, would I stay here again? Well, yes, I probably would, because it's not too terrible. It's fairly comfortable. It's close to the tube station. It's close to the bus station. The super rooms are on a quieter part of the building, so you don't get the noise of the trains and the buses as much. That's good as well. So what score would I give this? Pushing it. I'm going to give it a 3, but that's really, really, really pushing it, because I honestly don't think 2 would be fair. There's nothing massively jumping out at me to give this anything any higher, but it's been a pleasant enough stay, so I'm going to leave now and I'm going to go and get my train back home. Oh well, let's just hope I get my refund. But there we go. Until the next time, I'll look forward to seeing you again right here on Craig's Life. Bye.